Sign up today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the October 30th, the fantastic Friday edition of today's Trader's Edge show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Sorry about all that noise out there, folks. And I've got something ringing in my ear. So we've got to get rid of that. It's a weird thing. I've got my phone somehow is now attached to my computer system. And it rings. And in any event out here, look, what I want you to know, above all, is I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, it's during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So that means you can give us a call at 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we've got you covered there. You can always send me an email. Send it early, please. Steve@TFNN.com. Inside that subject heading, if you'd be kind enough to put radio show question. And in our Tigers Den, well, any ping we'll do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Fantastic Friday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, all the indices trading lower. The Dow off 350, the S&P 56, the NASDAQ 316, Russell 21, semis 51. So it's a bloodbath out there. Spot Volatinex trading out at 38.93. Gold's up $12. No big deal. Just consolidating. Silver's up by 28 cents. Trading out at 23.64. Lights recruit back 89 pennies. You got the 30-year Treasury printed out at 172.13. That's down 14.30 out there. Lead the charge dollar-wise, the upside. Google up $70. Charter Communications 28, Rogers Corp 18, Goosehead Insurance or somebody like that. Industries maybe up $13. To the downside, Amazon $166 the downside. That's 5%. Mercado Libre 6%. 86 points. Shopify 58. That's 6%. The Trade Desk down 46. So there's some big movers to the downside. The question is always, what are they trading into? For example, like Apple. Apple right now is trading into support, strong support, or what should be strong support. What do you mean by that, Steve-O? Well, it's the bottom of its bullish structured daily profile, and that support area is between 107.82 and 109.39. We're trading right in between that right now. Now, I don't know whether price will bust through this bottom of this profile. If it does, that's bad news, and that may actually set up an A to B equals CD to the downside. Let's not go there because we don't need to, because that's not what has transpired thus far. So the pullback, granted, the market didn't like what they heard from Apple, still no big deal. It's just pulled back to a key level of support. Really would be a buying buying entry point inside of Apple. Of course, you would close that out on a close below the bottom of those daily. Oh, geez, you're not even seeing my charts out here. Now, that's a problem. Okay, now we got the charts out there. Sorry about that, Beth. Now you can see it. Let me expand out the Apple chart so you can see this. So here, all of these boxes. In this example here, the green box is the bottom of a profile. The bluish color is the center, and the red line is the top. At the top is where sellers are. At the bottom is where buyers are. So we take that center line. I don't move it up and down. It decides that. And what this is communicating to us, Beth, is that buyers and sellers believe Apple is fairly valued at 109.39, and it's trading right now at. Hold on, let me give you the right. Yeah, 109.39, and we're trading right now 108.75 or so out here. So this is the fair value area because there's buyers and sellers at that blue line and only buyers at the green line. That's why it's a bullish structured and a strong market profile and a place where you could considering taking a long position. But nothing more bearish than a failed bullish pattern. So a close below 107.82 would kind of spell curtains. Two closes, really, but the single close below that would not be a good situation out there. Okay, so that's what's going on with Apple. I don't know how I got there, but I did. Let's go take a look at. So I did the 1 p.m. update. Maybe you didn't hear that. So let's just begin there and try to understand what are the markets doing. Well, we know what they're doing on the bigger picture by taking a look at the daily. And with regard to the daily, I don't have any kind of signals or anything like that we are at a bottom. But let's go take a look at the short-term time frame charts. Here's what the markets are trying to do. Here's what buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I as we speak right now, 1:11 in the afternoon. We just have up to 4 equity future contracts out here. And what we're looking at are 5 different time frames: 30-minute, 60-minute, 2-hour, 120, 4-hour, 240, and 5-hour, the 300-minute chart out there. And here, this tool is just looking for, is the market generating any kind of bottoming signals? Now, it could also be TD9 counts. I've got the 30, 60, and the 120 out here. And those are not present as we speak. But look at all of the bottom signals for each of those time frames. This is what buyers are trying to do right now. Now, in order for them to get traction, they've got to get above, or they have to be able to get price above resistance. So it's important to try to figure out, well, where are those resistance levels? If you give me a moment here, I'll switch over to a different set of charts, and we'll go find those. We'll go figure those out. Now, in the case of I'm going to start with the NQ. We're going to really stick with the NQ here, because if the market's going to turn around, and we know that buyers are trying to. We know that the market has been stretched, but in order for that stretch to mean something of significance, you're going to need to see price take out levels of resistance. Right now in the NQ, that's the top of its current profile, and that's at 11,100.80. Now, no chart showing. I don't know what to tell you, Flip. The chart should be out there. Anybody else in the den? Everybody should be seeing the charts here. Boy, I sure hope that they're being shown. So production room will be checking on that. I'm just going to continue on here. So right now, great, Beth has got them. Right now, you can see the NQ is testing the bottom of. Now, I only see 2 lines out here. I just see the bottom and the top, and likely the center of the box is right here at the bottom. But let me just confirm that for you. There's no reason to no guessing. No guessing. We just call it by the numbers. This is just a numbers game. I wish everybody could live their life that way. Now the question is, where do I have that 30-minute profile? It should be on my Apogee Perigee set of charts out here. There we go. So the 30-minute for the NQ is the bottom and the center of the box are at exactly the same point. I'll just expand the chart so everybody's looking at the same thing to the extent that you can actually read it. And now just look at this little data box window out here. And what you'll see is the 3 bottom levels. You see bottom, center, and top. See how the 2 numbers at the bottom are the same? So this is a very strong support level. So this says by 1:30, price needs to hold the 11,010.58 area. If it doesn't, well, we're certainly going to test the lows of today, but that may even spell something worse out there. If it holds, someone's got to say, something to think about. Now, the something to think about really doesn't come into play until price first gets over Stevie's red line. That's currently priced at 11,059. Of course, that would change out there. So trying to form a bottom, but still no cigar. And so that's what I'd be watching there. The other charts that were let's just take a look at the ES out here. I don't believe that on a 30-minute basis triggered a Rhodes momentum signal. No, it didn't. And right now, price is just consolidating in between support and resistance. And support here is going to be the bottom of its European opening range. That's at 32.3350. Price closes below that on a 30-minute bar, certainly 2 of them. That tells you it's going to be an ugly close. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We've got some requests that have come in by email. We'll take a look at those, and I want to hear from you, too. Be right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is down 357, S&P off 58. Our first question coming in from Ian, and Ian wants to take a look at that ticker symbols XHB. That is the Spider Series Trust S&P Home Builders ETF out here, trading right now at 51.94, below the bottom of its daily profile and with inside the bullish structure of its weekly profile. Brand new weekly profile that formed this week. Ian, that says you want to watch $51. You're not dealing with that today, but a close below $51 would be trouble. That trouble would suggest to pull back to 46.81. Now let's go take a look at my other charts, see what other information we can glean from that. Again, it's HXXHB, and we'll begin by taking a look at the daily time frame. So Ian is interested in taking a long position in this. And if we could get the market correct with regard to what's its longer term, intermediate term direction out here, that would make this easier. If that intermediate term direction is going to be to the upside, then your entry point into XHB could come right now. Right now. Now, here's your danger. Sort of danger. You've got breakout levels at 52.66 and 51.95. It's trading at 51.94 right now. Another one at 49.68. So granted, prices below that. However, this is the day following bar number 9 of a TD9 count. So it's a cool trade. It's an easy trade to the extent you want to get in on it. And you take it now and you would close out that trade if there's a close below today's low, whatever that low is, because that would say that the TD9 count pattern has failed out there. Now, there would be that support down at the weekly profile, and we took a look at those. I don't know if that's going to populate on the screen. No, it's not. That weekly profile number is $51 even Steven. If we on the daily chart back here, this did form a Rhodes momentum indicator top out here, so it's got the valid top, but it also now has a valid bottoming signal. On the weekly time frame, I don't have anything as a top per se, but price is below Stevie's green line. So that always says that price could pull back further. Well, we know where the further is. We know the bottom of that profile. You'll be watching that. On a monthly time frame out here, month is ending. What would be the pattern out here? Not really. There's not a good one that I could find for you. So the monthly still looks pretty good. So it's going to be about you'll have more information on Monday. And that'd be another way to take a look at. You got the valid pattern out here. Wait for Monday, see what kind of confirmation that you get. So I hope that helps you out. Thank you very much for writing in. Ian had another question as well. So let's go populate this. I probably should have done on the black background charts. Let's see if this will let me close it down. It won't. Okay, Stevie wasn't thinking. What's new there? Not much. That's okay. Actually, just populated. But let's go out here. So it looks like SU is doing the same thing. SU is Suncor Energy, and Ian is thinking of taking a long position here as well. Profile wise, below the bottom of the daily, below the bottom of the weekly, below the bottom of the monthly. But energy has been trashed and thrashed out here. The idea that we're going to end fossil fuels. You realize that means that in the next 5 years, according if everybody's correct out here, because if we don't do this, the world's going to come to an end. That everybody's going to have to buy new cars. Well, except those of you that are driving Teslas or electric vehicles out there. But that means every household's looking at having to buy. Geez, my household, there'd be a S load of cars out there that would have to be purchased. Crazy and insane. In any event, with regard to Suncor out here, same scenario that you've got, Ian. You've got the day following bar number 9 of a TD9 count. So, look, you'll know Monday. You can take the trade here, but you'll know Monday if this is the buy point. Now, that's the monthly. Oh, that's a monthly TD9 count. I thought it was on the daily. We are on the monthly TD9 count, so that could even have more. Now, the problem with using that is you won't know till the end of the month of November out here. But on a monthly, you got a bottoming signal. Well, on the daily, what you got yesterday was a Rhodes momentum indicator. However, price has not gotten above Stevie's red line. That's Stevie's red. We're printing at 11.20. The red line's not much higher. It's at 11.30. So another 10 cents to the upside. But you had a nice hammer candle that formed, so it is trying to form a bottom. The price really's got to get above Stevie's red line out there, the 11.30 level. But you got a bottom signal, absolutely. And on the weekly time frame, we got diddly. Yeah, we just don't have nothing to suggest that this might be about no pattern or anything along those lines. So, Ian, I hope that helps you out. Let me just take a look at the yearly chart. Oh, yearly, this does not look good. But, of course, we knew that. This whole sector just getting the you-know-what kicked out of it. However, I want to throw this out here, right? Because we all know this. So in trying to evaluate, so the question is, are the markets smarter than we are? And my answer to that would be, yeah, the markets are. But what I really meant by asking that question, are the markets giving us some signals? Do they know something about the election ahead? So here's what we know. Right, we know that one side wants to completely get rid of fossil fuels out there, and the other side is saying not so much, right? So those are the two sides that we've got. And if the one side that wants to get rid of fossil fuels is the side that's going to win this election, why is the energy sector generating so many bullish bottoming patterns out here? Is that the signal ahead of the game, so to speak? Now, look, I recognize we're not going to know who won the election come next Tuesday evening. At least, well, maybe we are out there. I mean, it sure would be nice, don't you think? And we'll certainly be live in the den trading these. Remember last election, that was a limit down, and that was the bottom, right? And then the market never looked back. It went higher up until 2019. In any event, out here, and this is true not just with Suncor, folks. I'll just do well. Shoot, I've got so many tabs here to update. Let me just do this. We'll show you this. I'll take a look at this. So this is the question I'm asking myself. Maybe you're not asking that question. Okay, I get it. You're not asking it, but I'm asking it, and I'm asking it of you. Now, let me get my template out here. I see that somehow it's not set up, so we got that. And so what I was really referring to there, there's a couple of things. So take the overall sector, the energy sector, the XLE, generated the same Rhodes momentum indicator signal yesterday, but you'll see here, very much like Suncor, prices not traded above Stevie's red line. That's a minimum of what it has to do. Remember, the red line tells us the price oscillator is below zero. Nothing more bearish than a falling price oscillator below zero. That's the situation right now at 125 in the afternoon. If price can clear Stevie's red line, that situation changes. And says price moves to 30.19, 30.82, 31.23, or 32.50. Those all being resistance levels out there. Take a look at Chevron, CVX out here. You're going to see, in essence, obviously the same types of things. Now, in Chevron's case, earlier it was trading above Stevie's red line. Now it's pulling back. But you see in all of these bottoming signals. So the question is, as I take a look at this energy sector, because this should be the no-brainer out there, right? If the one side that is supposedly ahead that wants to get rid of all fossil fuels out there and is supposedly all ahead in the polls out there, why is the energy sector generating the signals that it is just a few days before the election? Odd, isn't it? See, we know what took place during the 2016 election, right? We know that there was a lot of concern overnight. Futures went, as I said, down to lock limit. And then, boom, they opened up and, was off to the races to the upside, and the markets never looked back. If we could get that same configuration, you would think Congress, let Fancy Nancy do her thing, let Mitch do his thing. Of course, I say fire them all, but that's just my opinion, so forget my opinion out there. Then you would say, well, then this energy sector would bounce in a big way. Something to think about. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back. Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as,
whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Ian's specific question there about those instruments were whether or not he needed, and the reason I brought in the election piece of it, one because the signal is kind of interesting, but his question was, does he need to wait for the election before he takes that? And I'd probably say, yeah, we're this close to it, and he might as well. But you got the signals. The signals are interesting, and we'll see if that is a precursor. Does the market know something that we don't know? Now, with the market being as bad as it is right now, there's another signal out here that is worth paying attention to. It's not one to take action upon just yet. And that's in the New York Stock Exchange, which is trading down. You can see it's underneath the low, the closing low. We're just taking a look at the closing lows out here. That's what I do for this chart. That's the blue line up at the top. And it's below the low of October 28th out there. That October 28th low was in price was at 12,415. We're at 12,361. Now, I want you to take a look at the bottom or the panel number 3. Actually, let me do this. Let me get rid of the advanced decline line. We'll just expand it a little bit. Give me a second here. I think it'll expand just a tad. Where's that advanced decline line? Right there. Boom. Gone. Right? It's gone. There it is. Okay, so now I'm looking at panel number 2. So panel number 2 for the New York Stock Exchange. This is the advanced decline oscillator. What is that? An oscillator is the difference between two things. In this case here, those two things being exponential moving average. That's the first key. And what we're taking a look at is the difference between the 19 and the 39-day exponential moving average. That's what creates our oscillator. That is the 19 and 39-day exponential moving average of the advanced decline line, which I just went ahead and got rid of out there off the screen. Now, you'll see on this chart here, you'll see some red lines that typically show higher lows that are forming. They all show higher lows in that advanced decline oscillator line. At the same time, this is the divergence where you have lower lows in price. That's what we have as of 132. I don't know what it's going to look like at 4 o'clock. And again, it's not a signal to trade off of. You need some other kind of bottoming signals in the marketplace. But it is interesting to see this pattern. It's certainly interesting to see it the Friday before the election piece of it. And so the message in the New York Stock Exchange is, something to think about. As far as signals, the only other signal out there that is one of interest or concern, does the market know something? So does light sweet crude, does the energy sector know something that, let's just say the media knows? Oh, shoot, the media knows diddly out there. But in any event, so you've got and then you've got the New York Stock Exchange chart, and this is interesting. This certainly makes me say, something to think about. If we go take a look at the spot volatility index, so we just take a look at all the VIX symbols, the spot VIX is 3903. The highest futures contract priced in is even November, and it's at 3430 out here. This is a signal. Now, we talked about this. So the signal, here you look in the very right-hand panel out here, and at the very bottom, it's the difference between the 3-month spot volatility index, which is VIX 3M for 3-month out there, compared to the actual spot. It's above 1. Well, we already kind of covered that mathematically here. When it gets back below that 1, meaning that the spot VIX falls below that 3-month number. Currently, that 3-month number is 36.69, but that will change as well. That would then generate a buying signal out here. And the last time that occurred, that was back on the trading day of June the 11th. And there was not a lower closing low after that trading session. There were some intraday periods where price went down there, and then the markets were off to the upside. It took about a couple weeks, but price never closing below that low of June the 11th out there. So that's another thing to pay attention to. This will have to get back in line. And the interesting thing here is that what the spot volatility index is suggesting to you and I is not so concerned going forward out there. Something else to think about. Now, look, if we just take a look at the numbers, we take a look at the daily and the weekly profiles out here. Let's get to that chart. Things look basically horrible. Right now in the ES Mini, you're getting an intermediate term change in trend for the week. Why? Because price is trading below the bottom of that monthly profile, and that's 32.66. Watch that number come the end of the day. The NQ's got a ways to go before it gets down to the bottom of its weekly profile, 10.815. The Dow is trading below the bottom of its weekly profile. That's 26.751. That that would take quite a rally coming into the close today for that to negate itself right now. So that's giving you an intermediate term change in trend. And the Russell 2000 would need to get down to 1471. That's the bottom of its weekly profile. So you've got other support levels that have not been tested or breached just yet inside the NQ, inside the Russell, but that is not the case going on inside the Dow or inside the ES Mini out there. On a weekly basis, what else can I don't want to do that. Oh, I know what. Let me see what other questions that we have come in here, because if I don't pay attention to that, I'll get behind. So there's a question that was from Dennis George, and Dennis wanted to sorry, Dennis, I usually don't use the last name out there, and it just I did. I won't let that slip up again. In any event, Dennis was interested in the Qs. I think we took a look at yesterday out here, and but you're looking for a longer term forecast. And give me a second here. We covered what the Qs were doing on a short term time frame, 30 minutes. As far as trying to come up with a signal going beyond, I don't have it right now. Because this market, you can almost go either way at this stage of the game. The Q is a totally different message than that coming from the Dow, but nonetheless, let's work from our weekly charts and then go to the shorter term time frame charts. So the weekly chart here for the NASDAQ, the NQ out here, Dennis, we're going to see that this has a confirmed Rhodes momentum indicator top. It did it 2 weeks ago with the bearish shooting star candle. Last week was a close below Stevie's green line. This week we see a close below Stevie's green line. So the weekly time frame chart for the Qs suggests that price wants to pull back to 93.48. That's its TD9 breakout level. That's its target. Now, we just took a look at the NQ, and we know that there's a weekly profile that hasn't been touched. So the first level of support inside the NQ on the daily picture and the weekly picture out here is going to be the bottom of that weekly profile. So that's what the weekly time frame chart is showing us. If we take a look at the daily time frame chart, let's pull this open. And on the daily time frame chart, price is right now trading below its first TD9 breakout level. That's 11.074. We're 10.977 out here. So I close below 11.074 would give us a price target of 99.20. That's what's coming from the daily time frame chart. As we mentioned, for the other time frames, price is still stretching itself to the downside, doing less relative energy. That's only a problem when there's a bullish reversal candle that forms. We can see that in the 4-hour chart here, the 240-minute chart for the NQ, that was a signal we got, but price never got above resistance. Resistance here after that signal was either Stevie's red line, it didn't close above that, or the top of its profile. Now price is still moving lower, doing less relative energy out there. Yes, this is the last trading day of the month. What did I say? Must have said something out there. That's what's going on in the 4-hour. On the 2-hour time frame chart, again, all of price definitely stretching itself out here, but not until a bullish reversal candle forms, just as it did back here at about. Again, this is the 2-hour chart. That bullish reversal candle at Morningstar took place at 6 o'clock this morning, but again, price ran right into resistance. The top of that bearish structured profile never closed above 11.248. So, Dennis, you're asking about the longer term. The daily and the weekly charts for the NQ say the price right now, it says price wants to move lower, and if you're asking lower, that would be 10.815.75. We'll be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow down 409, S&P off 62, NASDAQ down 350. Let's go out to Brent in Martinez, California. Hey, Brent, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you doing on your Friday?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic, Steve. I appreciate you taking the call. I hope you're doing well.
I am. Thank you for asking. And U.S. Steel is what you're calling about. Tell us how I can help you.
We've talked about this in the past. I'm not going to go through all the particulars as far as what I have, and you already kind of know the deal there. I just wanted to get your thoughts on it. It looked like if we had any kind of a close above 961 today, that would kind of start the count over. I think that's right. But and I just wanted to get your thoughts on just some of the resistance levels, potentially stuff to be looking for going forward.
Yeah, absolutely, Brent. So you got a daily profile that formed yesterday. So you got a brand new profile. It's slightly bearish in structure, just slightly. And what price did today was it tagged that level. It got higher than it. It's 1001, by the way. That's the top of that profile. So that's your next resistance level. Support on the daily basis would be $8.97. You've been above the top of the weekly profile for 3 weeks, so that is bullish, and that's suggesting a potential move up to 1352, the top of the monthly profile. But price would first have to clear the high from the week of June the 8th, and that is 1096. Get above 1096, 1352 would be the number. So there's our TAS market profile, support and resistance. We'll pull over my other chart, folks. We'll look for any other signals that we have out here. This did form a valid TD9 count. And it did this on the trading session of October the 23rd. The night that was bar number 8, by the way. We haven't seen a close above that. All that has done, this is bullish, all that has done, a valid topping pattern that just simply has pushed price back to support. Well, one level of support is the oscillator and change line. So as long as price holds that, which right now is printing at 955, 954, right in that general area, everything remains bullish. It's sort of neutral, because price is above support, which is Stevie's green line, but it's got below that TD9 count. So it's just kind of like in the neutral state right here. But so that's the daily time frame. Any question about that, Brent?
No, that's very helpful. I appreciate it.
Okay, and the weekly. So we fan back over here. Nothing new, nothing negative, anything along those lines. Just the resistance area that we had talked about. If price can clear that, this says 1396. And on the monthly time frame, what you like here is prices above the oscillator and change line, and just trading with inside its profile. So the next battle for you is going to be somewhere with inside its profile. And you clear, you close above. Well, really now you'd really like to close above, I'd say, the $10.30 mark to then say, okay, it's back off to the races to the upside. But everything looks good here.
All right, that's great, Steve. I appreciate it. I would like to go on record to say that Trump's going to win. I predicted it last time, 2016, and he's going to win your state, Florida, and win the whole thing. So
yeah,
just had to get that in there. So
well,
go ahead.
It's a battleground, that's for sure. It always has been. I don't have a feel for it, but this morning, again, like I was just, sharing with, during the morning show, it seems odd that that we're getting these bottoming signals of all the sectors, the energy sector, before the election. Because if Trump doesn't win, I believe Biden-Harris and what they say and what AOC and everybody else and what's transpired, they're going to go with that Green New Deal, that green egg out there, which is a great fryer. That Green New Egg, I vouch for that one. The Green New Deal, maybe not so much. But the green egg,
not so much. Huh?
yeah. So, but we'll see. We'll know. We'll know. Well, I don't know if we'll know soon enough. That's the other crazy thing, right?
I don't think it's going to be that close, personally. We'll find out, but my gut's telling me it's not going to be. I think that's a lot of that. They just like to get people kind of, worked up. It makes a good headline. So.
Yeah. Well, just in case, this weekend I'll be hanging out at Costco. Won't hanging out, but I'll go visit, and I'll be the guy walking out with boatloads of toilet paper, paper towel, and water. All the things that went by the wayside the first time around, because if there's another lockdown, history. Yeah,
you want to be ahead of it. I get it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a Steve Rhodes survival weekend, as Mike King in the Den says. But I'm doing that just as a precautionary measure here, because I don't want to have to screw around with that stuff. So, hey, great to hear from you, Brent, and have a great weekend.
Do the same, Steve. I really appreciate taking the call. If you take care, and I'll talk to you soon.
Sounds great. We do have a question here coming in from Hector and the fuel injectors, Hector and Patty. And a happy, fantastic Friday to you too, Hector. And so it says, NVIDIA has been pulling back with extremely light volume since October 13th. Is today a great day to finally nibble on NVIDIA? So let's go take a look at the stock charts and see what they're communicating to us. It's trading out at about 492 right now. Before I go to my other charts, we'll just simply take a look at this. So no bottoming signal here, Hector. Yeah, pulling back with light volume. Of course, you're asking me really to look for some kind of pattern. The pattern, whether it's a Gartley buy, an A to B equals CD, pulling TD9 count, a Rhodes Momentum Indicator, Chapman Wave number 7. We don't have any of those. We're at Chapman Wave number 6, letter F. Price looks to be targeting 480.56. So, Hector, I'd wait for the 480.56 level. I'm not saying that is going to be your buy, but that's the area where you'd be looking at NVIDIA to find support. It's trading below its daily profiles out there. So that 480.56 is the message coming from the daily time frame. The weekly time frame for NVIDIA says it's targeting 480.26. That's the bottom of its weekly profile. This does have a confirmed Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, the shooting star from 3 weeks ago. The monthly time frame chart for NVIDIA, this is going to be the end of the month, and this is confirming a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top for the monthly chart. That says price could make its way all the way back down to 407.49 or in that general vicinity out here. So daily says lower, weekly says lower, monthly says lower, just out of curiosity, just to make it unanimous. What's the quarterly say? Does the quarterly say anything? Quarterly says, hey, I don't end until December 31st, so why don't you come back and take a look at me then? Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So that's what I've got here. So your question was, is today a great day to finally nibble on NVIDIA for a longer-term hold? And the charts say it's not. So watch these areas here. Let's see what patterns might be forming as price gets down there, and also understand what's going on with the general markets out there. So thank you for writing in. As far as any other request, with a minute to go, let's see if anything else has come in. The answer, my friend, is no. Zip, zero, nada. So what do we want to take a look at? Let's go take a look at some currencies out here. You've got the Euro breaking through a key level of support. 1.1663 out here. So that's that red horizontal line going across. Price had been consolidating in between that and resistance, the green horizontal line at 118. This suggests that price is going to go to its next support level, and that's down at 1.1581. Any move below that, then you got 1.12. So that's what's going on inside the euro. If we take a look at the U.S. dollar index, the U.S. dollar index may be forming an A to B equals CD to the upside, but price is above Stevie's red line. Price is above the top of its bearish structured profiles out here. Prices targeting 94.35 out there. That is the good old U.S. dollar index. The pound out here, what's the pound doing? The pound trading below Stevie's green line, maybe targeting the 127 level. The yen, what's the yen doing? Guess what? I have to update my template out here, and I don't think I have enough time to do this. We'll try it real quickly here. Real quickly before... Nah, we're not going to do it. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based, vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. No questions in the queue or from the den. So let's just spend the next couple of minutes here. We'll just go ahead and take a look at the various commodities. Here's gold right now. It's up $11. The December contract, that's going to be the panel on your far left. That's the one that is in play here. And what you can see is prices is trading in between support and resistance. 1860 to 80. That was tested and rejected yesterday. Tested and rejected today. Maybe price is going to make its way up to resistance. That's the 1922 level. Silver is trading below support, below the bottom of its daily profile out there. It's running right into some trend lines out here. So nothing bullish here is from a support standpoint. If we take a look at the Dr. Copper out here, it's trading right back into support. That support being the bottom of its daily profile, 3.0438. You close below that, you have a short-term change in trend. Platinum consolidating with inside its daily profile, really testing the bottom of that profile out there. Palladium is below its profile, so this is suggesting lower price out here. Light sweet crude pulling back with less relative weakness out here, but it will need a bullish reversal candle. It is trading below its daily profiles. If we take a look at natural gas, it's consolidating with inside its daily profile. 339 at resistance, 317, 317 at support. If we take a look at T-bonds testing support today, 172.04. A close below 172.04, the low actually 172.06. That's the bottom of its profile. A close below that, and then we likely have an A to B equals CD to the downside. If we take a look at lean hogs out here, lean hogs finding support at the bottom of its bullish structured profile. Yesterday, that was at 65.69. This should take price up to the 68.06 level. Take a look at feeder cattle. Feeder cattle had confirmed a buy the D point. It did this back here in the trading day of October 26th. That was a bullish engulfing key reversal session. Price headed up to 135 even Steven. Folks, thanks so much for being here this week. Have a fantastic weekend, a fabulous Friday, and we'll look forward to seeing you on Marvelous Monday. Stay tuned for 2 more great hours. Thanks again, folks.